So, today I'm doing charts. What is charts exactly? Basically, you're going to mix the colors of your palette with each other, all of them, and see what colors you get. There are many ways you can do charts. Go on the internet and see lots of examples, so you decide the better way that's going to work for you. The way I'm going to do here is the one that works for me. I'm going to mix the colors with each other 3 times, increasing each time the intensity of one color. And in these 3 different mixes, I'm going to lighten it more 3 times to see from dark to light how the color looks. That's how you do charts, how I do charts. Charts will make you have a better understanding of the colors you are using. It's the better way you do to get to know them and get more comfortable and know exactly what you're going to get when you mix 2 colors. For beginners, it's a lot of help. The first thing I did when I got my first watercolor palette, it was White Nights, bound from Russia. And the first thing I did after doing a small painting was to do charts. From the downside, the colors was student grade, so I had to use a lot of it. And after I finished doing my charts, which I did making it a lot of bigger than it should be, and I used a lot of paint, and half of my pens, there were pens, was used just doing charts. It was sad. I was really disappointed. But I did not use this White Night palettes for a long time. Just after bounding it 3 months after, I bound the Mission Gold one. And this one, I ended up not doing chart because of the bad experience. I got to know it's lonely, and it's something you can do too. But sometimes I was really surprised with the mix I got. In my opinion, charts are important, really important. But that's the thing. What do you do after you get to know your colors and already know how they work? What do you do with the charts? They become a little bit useless. What I started to understand after a time was that I could use the chart for other things. Actually, before thinking about the charts, I started to choose the colors I was going to use in my painting and start to mix the ones I choose with each other every time I was doing a painting. I would mix it in a separate sheet of paper to see how the colors work together and which color works better with each other and which shades I could get by mixing them, to have a better understanding of how my painting was going to look. So I thought with myself, if I had the charts for my Mission Gold palette, I would not have to do it all the time. I would have already pre-made the mix of all my colors and choose more freely and faster the colors I was going to use. That was how charts became useful for me again. And you would think choosing a single pigment, 3 primary color, you would not get any new color you wouldn't expect. And it was not what actually happened. Some of the colors I got by mixing my palette was completely different of what I was thinking. To say the truth, great part of them were colors that I already knew I was going to get, but some of them not. Maybe I did not do the ratio right, or when mixing my palette itself, it was not the color standard speaking. So it was a great experience doing that and seeing what I could get in the end. Some of my opposites did not give me neutrals at all. and that's a good thing to know beforehand, so you know when you mix. But it did give me beautiful greens, and greens for me, new greens are always a plus. About the opposites, it's a good thing to do charts if you have basic and no neutral in your palette like I do. You mix the opposites and you discover what you're going to get, what colors you are going to have to work more to get certain tones. I know most of my mixings will be using 3 colors, and these chargers are not doing that. But having the basic mix between 2 colors is going to make my head more clear and my knowledge more clear of what I'm going to get when I put one more color in these mixes. Which of my mixes are more probably to get grays and have more probability of getting browns. And even the mix that was not opposites, I got some really interesting colors. The red with the blues and purples looks amazing. With the sepia also gives amazing shades of browns. The magenta and greens look beautiful, and with gray too give me beautiful shades of purple. Violets and greens give me very interesting shades of blue, of grayish blues. That's going to look beautiful in paintings. And even mixing the colors with my gray and sepia, my 2 neutrals, gave me so much of interesting in different colors. That gets me very excited to see what I can get in the future and what I can paint with them in the future too. If you could see, I did not mix all the colors with each other, because basically I'm just mixing 3 colors in the end. So mixing again the 2 colors that I already have would not give me any new colors. So I just mixed the colors that had the 3 primary colors together. I did not mix magenta with yellow over and over again. So just when the cyan was in the mix too, I did the charts on. I start mix the yellow from the violet, and so on. With all the colors I did the same thing. This way I could get the actual colors that I was looking for. It was a lot less work too. And with this done, I have half of the work done when planning for my paintings. I'm just going to get the little piece of paper with the mix I already made and decide which works better with each other and what mix I'm going to use for that exactly painting I'm doing. It is really good to use when you are choosing your color schemes. This is my next video actually. I'm going to start talking about color schemes and how I'm going to use these charts in the process of choosing the colors. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. So leave it a like, a comment, press subscribe and that bell button. I will see you next. Bye bye guys.